All right, well, good evening. Welcome, everybody. You're here with me, Mike Ambrosio, and John Hostler. Oh, here he goes with it. Oh, hey, Giant Suck. Thank you very much. You aren't going to get you for that. Anyway, the knucklehead that's on the other end of this side is John Hostler. You may know him as Internet Renegade or from Internet Copy or Renegade Copy Monthly. He's a top-notch copywriter, among other things, and what he's going to do for us tonight is walk us through putting together a killer squeeze page that will hopefully bring up your opt-in rate, among other things. So John's been on the Internet, a long time because he's a real old guy, but, and he likes the Philadelphia Eagles, so there's no accounting for taste. So without further ado, John, why don't you say hello to everybody?
All right, hey guys, thanks for joining us on the call. If any of you were on the previous call, thanks for coming out a second time. Mike and I did a call like this last week, but we're doing it one more time due to popular demand. And in case you're wondering why I have the giant suck on my desktop, which is probably what you're looking at right now, Mike is a hardcore Giants fan, and I've been an Eagles fan since as long as I can remember breathing. And the Eagles and the Giants, in case you don't know, are not exactly there's really no love lost between them. So Mike and I always give each other a hard time. And at the last call, I had my Giants desktop wallpaper up, and I think Mike ridiculed me for it. So I thought we'd have something good for tonight's call. But in any event, let's go ahead and move on. Yes, as Mike mentioned, tonight we're going to be doing squeeze pages. So what I'm going to do, because we've got, we've certainly got as much time as we want, but I don't want to put you guys asleep either. So I certainly don't want this to go much over an hour, if that. And in order for me to write, like a full-length squeeze page from scratch, it could take longer than an hour. So what I'm going to do to kind of trim down the time is I'm going to do what I would call like an affiliate squeeze page, where I'll tap into an existing sales letter and use some copy from there and pull from it, in order to create a brand new squeeze page. But what you'll see that I'm doing is that I'm actually doing, what's called a swipe, where I'm not infringing on the copyright. And this might be something that you can do too. If you're promoting an affiliate product and you want to build a list using that affiliate product, you can certainly do something like this, where you create your own squeeze page based on the original sales letter. So this is a template that I have. I've got, I think, 4 different colors of this template. And in fact, if you stick around until the end of the call, I think Mike is going to be giving this this template, as well as the other 4 templates, as well as some other things to you as a bonus for staying with us. So when I start these out, generally I've kind of got them mapped out like this, and this is what some people call like a gateway-style squeeze page, but it's pretty much just a short-form squeeze page with the opt-in form, this box right here, above the fold. In case you don't know what the fold is, that would be this area at the bottom of your computer. I mean, that's not the bottom of my computer, but, it's the bottom of the screen. That's the fold. So the short-form squeeze pages are going to have the above-the-fold opt-in form, and the reason for that is because people are, like today's society is kind of like an ADHD society, especially when it comes to marketing messages. I mean, we're just all bombarded with marketing messages. I mean, how many emails did you guys get today, promotional emails? How many commercials did you see? It's just, with all that information out there, with all the marketing messages out there, people just grow tired of it and immune to it. So you have less time to really make an impact and to really get something done that you're trying to accomplish. So rather than go the old long-form method, which is what I still see some people doing, I recommend trying the short-form method, which is what I'm going to show you today, and you may find that your results, just by switching to a short form, improve pretty dramatically. So again, this is my short-form squeeze page, and I've kind of just got this laid out already, the area where I'm going to put the headline and the subhead. Generally with these short-form squeeze pages, because I'm trying to keep this down to a dull or to a bare minimum, I'm not going to do a pre-headline like I might on a sales letter or a long-form squeeze page. So I've got my headline and my subhead. And then after my subhead, I've got this pre-bullet area. What this pre-bullet area is going to be is basically a transition from my subhead into the bullets. And then, of course, I've got my bullets, which will be pretty much like the top feature/benefits of the program, and we don't want this to be feature rich. We want it to be benefit rich so that people get excited. And I'm sure you've heard all about that, and making sure that you're giving benefits, not features. And you'll see kind of what I do with bullets that might be a little bit unique, where you can really drive these things home. But one point I will make about bullets before I move on is that you want to do a small amount of bullets on a short form squeeze page here. You don't want to do like 100 bullets. So I generally use about 5, which will be 4 real bullets, and then my 5th one is going to be and so much more, or and much, much more, and much more, whatever, something along those lines. Now with the 4 bullets here, what I want to be sure that I'm doing, while I always want to have 4 powerful bullets, I want to make sure that this bullet is really strong and that this bullet is really strong. What I see a lot of people do, which is a major mistake, is I see a lot of people have strong bullet, next strongest bullet, then maybe the next strongest bullet, and then perhaps even a weak bullet right here. So they start off with a lot of piss and vinegar, and then they end up with water. And, again, going back to kind of the whole ADHD thing with us all getting shell-shocked with all these marketing messages, I can look at myself as my own customer. If I'm up here and you got me all jacked up, but then I get down here and you start letting me down with just like a weak bullet, chances are, unless I know that I really need to know what's behind the screen, what's on the other side of this squeeze page, I'm just going to go ahead and do the one action that you don't want me to do, which is to click away. So just something to keep in mind. Don't go strong, strong, light, light. Go strong, strong. Maybe even do these 2 first, and then come back and do these 2. And that doesn't mean to make these 2 bullets really lame. It just means to make sure that you open and you close with a little bit of power. And then after that, I'm going to go down to my post bullet, which is basically just a little bit of a recap from, this section in the bullets, and then a reminder to go ahead and fill out the form. Now, I do something here that's a little bit unique as well. I have your above the fold form right here, and these are just dummy forms. And then I have your below the fold form, which follows after the bullets. And I do that for 2 reasons, or for one main reason, because I know that some people are going to see this area up here and get jacked up, and they'll see this over here, and they're just going to go ahead and sign up. But I also know that some people are going to go and read headline, subhead, pre-bullet, and start flowing down through the bullets, and they might get past the point of no return where this particular opt-in form, the above-the-fold opt-in form, goes away, and they can't see it. So here I'm making sure that I got their attention right down here at the bottom of the page. So, I'm just kind of trying to follow the 2 potential reading patterns. The people that will go left to right, and then the people that will just go straight down in a straight line. So that's a little bit of discussion about the way this thing is laid out and why I do what I do with this particular type. Now let's go ahead and have a peek at some things here. Something that I recommend doing, and here's a couple of sites that I've done for my membership site that Mike mentioned earlier, the Renegade Copy Monthly. So here's a couple of sites that I've done, and you can see how I've got the header here and then a footer, and this actually matches the main site. So you can hire a designer to build these things for like $37 or $47, and have him actually create these templates for you. Again, you're going to get 5 templates like this, the bland templates or generic templates with no graphics or no design. But just imagine how much more this, you can see, I think, how much more this pops out. Here's another one that's not as aggressive. It's about panic attacks and anxiety, so it's a little more muted. But, you can see how that's a real professional look. And, of course, you can see what I was talking about, where if you're a reader that's going straight down, how once you start reading, you lose that opt-in form up top. So you've got this one here to back you up. So again, you can have these things built for you for like $37, $47 if you want to have these created to match either the affiliate site that you're writing for or your own site. It's not hard to do for a good designer.